Hi there, welcome to my channel. Next I'm going to review a very interesting fountain pen, the famous Jinhao X450. I say famous is because it's very popular, maybe just as popular or even more popular than 159, Jinhao 159 that I've reviewed in one of my previous videos. So this Jinhao X450, just like its 159 counterpart, comes in different colors and finishes. The particular one I have here is metallic. It's a very heavy pen. It comes in black, painted in black, which is a very matte, as you can see, it's not shiny, it's a very matte black with gold trims. And this matte black color is also gives some interesting sensation when touching. It's like, ooh, I don't know, it's quite strange. And Jinhao, it's a heavy pen, as I said. You have both the cap and the barrel made out of most likely brass. On the cap you have a gold ring, maybe not gold, but gold color ring. Okay, I just have to focus. I hope you can see it now. You see Jinhao X450. Then you go to the clip. Clip is very hard and quite rigid, but it's very usable because it's bent upwards, and I've also mentioned, as I also mentioned in previous videos, this make it very usable because you can easily slide it in the pocket of the shirt. The clip is also decorated with here 3 different let's say little balls or pearls here, and also at the end of the clip you also have some stylized like water shape here. I would say these are droplets of water, and then this is like a falling droplet of water. So I think it's a very nice stylization of a clip. I haven't seen this before. I'm not sure what this Jinhao X450 model is trying to imitate. It's probably their own design. Maybe they don't try to imitate anybody. This is quite unique to them. And then this clip is attached to a metallic also ring that it makes up for the finial of the pen here. You can also see, you can pick up now that the sun shines through. You can see that this matte finish of the pen here. The end of the barrel is very similar. You have a gold ring here, and this is not a piston filler, so this is not the end of the piston that you can fill it. There's no function to it. This is a converter fountain pen. I ordered it from eBay from China. I think the price of it is very affordable. You can buy just like Jinhao 159, same price range, or maybe a little bit more affordable. And then you open up the pen, and it comes here with a very nice section that I like it very much. I like it very much, and even I wish that other more expensive fountain pen brands had this very nice section. And you see here on the section you have kind of dimple grips, so that your fingers rest on this dimple grip holes very nicely. And these are distributed in like a triangle distribution. You have here one grip, second grip here, and third grip here, which is exactly a triangle. Perfect and very comfortable. And then this section just tapers down. There's no flare out because of course you have this resting dimples here, resting grip, that makes it for a very comfortable long writer Jinhao X450. And then you have a nib, which is number 6 from Jinhao, very nicely decorated nib. It makes you think that this is made out of gold because it says 18 karat gold plated. And you have Jinhao logo, which is a carriage, a war carriage with 2 riders. It's a very nicely decorated pen where you have the gold color and the rhodium trim around it. I don't know if Jinhao makes this nibs on its own or somebody else makes for it, but it's extremely beautiful decorated nib and makes it for an elegant fountain pen to use in business setup and in every occasion. And the feed here is most likely plastic. Yes, it's plastic. It doesn't shine like an ebonite. You can see, you can distinguish between plastic and ebonite through the way kind of they look. Then you have this gold ring. As I said, this is a converter fountain pen. The converters are from Jinhao. Sometimes these are not so great converters for whatever reason. They leak. That means you see here the Jinhao logo, again the carriage with 2 riders. For whatever reason, I'm not sure why, Jinhao, even though these are supposed to be international standard converters, these are somehow a little bit larger, so which cause problems because you cannot insert them all the way through. And even other fountain pens that I have here, and they take international standard converters, these Jinhao converters are very horrible. Even though they are much better manufactured, they're not so flimsy as the other ones from Jinhao. These are supposed to be a little bit higher end, but somehow the tolerances here at the end is just ridiculously bad. And because of that, there's no, sometimes they don't insert it to the end and you have to really force it in. If there is any air catching, and because this is not fully inserted, then the fountain pen will most likely leak ink through the nib. Okay, so enough with this discussion. Let's fill up the fountain pen. The ink I'm gonna use is from Pelikan, and this is royal blue ink. Horrible. Many people say it's a school ink. I have no problem with that. It truly does look like a school ink. I'm gonna ink up. I hope there's gonna be no problem. No, this exactly the problem I just mentioned, is that this horrible converter, because it's not tight. Then air catches in, and I just cannot, this fountain pen cannot suck up the ink from the fountain pen bottle, and for this reason this is just, I cannot even fill up the pen with the ink here. And tell him what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this time a cartridge which is gonna replace this converter. I'm sorry for that, but it just doesn't work. Jinhao cartridges are just converters are just horrible. So I'll get a converter now, a cartridge, ink cartridge. This should work fine. All right, I'm back. Now I'll do a writing sample, and this is a Jinhao X450. So the first trial, seems like the pen doesn't disappoint. Let's write one more time. Jinhao X450. Okay. X450 medium nib. The pen is quite heavy, and I think if you post it, it becomes of course heavier, but the center of mass of this pen remains somewhere around here, so posting it won't affect its holding or writing comfort too much. It doesn't post that well anyways, so I just leave it aside for this review. So Jinhao X450, a medium nib. It writes surprisingly smooth, and to be honest, it doesn't feel as hard as 159 when writing. 159 also has a steel nib, as I reviewed in a previous video, but when I write on 159 it glides somewhat much nicer and doesn't give that hard feel like to the fountain pen, so I don't feel like I have to press it very hard to get ink out. So the wetness of the pen is I would say kind of, I think, dry, medium, wet. Medium wet because also this Pelikan Royal Blue ink is also very dry ink, so it's not spectacularly wet. If I want to dry ink, a wet ink, I just go for roller and cleaner. Okay, this has been my review. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.